COVID-19 o kaya may close contact sa mga taong kumpirmadong may COVID-19 o sa mga nag-aalaga sa kanila, ipagbigay alam ito sa health worker sa inyong barangay. COVID-19, kayang-kaya nating tapusin.
Radyo Katipunan is now online. See our live feed on facebook.com/radyo-katipunan. Check out our Instagram and our Twitter at Radyo Katipunan and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Radyo Katipunan FM for more exclusive content. Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
W-Eagle kami, di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay atin mista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugo, todo sa kayod, tunong at tulong. Lipad W-Eagle, galing hiding at tigil, UNY, one big fight. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Katipunan.
Let us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B, here on MindEd.
Sa'yo sumisilong kapag ang puso ko'y pagod.
Don't just do that to us, James. I'm kidding. It's fine. Hi. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to MindEd, your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits. My name is Pat.
And this is B. I am just a letter. Good evening.
Biglaan tayo. Surprise tayo dito, guys.
What happened?
I know, right? Anyway, but it's been what? It's been a couple of weeks, I think, since our last episode.
No, it was just...
No, you didn't have one last week because of QC Day.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Because it was
true.
a holiday. Okay.
Yeah. Wait lang. I am just sharing our episode onto my page,
Okay.
which I still, for some reason, cannot. Yes, I can. Okay, perfect.
Okay, yay.
Okay. Kamusta ka,
Hi.
B? Since the past 2 weeks, so top of mind from our session 2 weeks ago, session.
Right.
Wow, schedule, episode. What? From our episode 2 weeks ago was we had Heidelin's sports psychologist with us.
Yes, Dr.
Yeah,
Karen.
Dr. Karen Katrina. She was and parang for most of the week, I think afterwards, or for the next couple of days, I was just kind of really letting that sink in for me. You know, the whole mindset around commitment and
Sure.
and the values and all of that stuff. So parang
Sure.
even if that was 2 weeks ago, that's still very, very fresh for me. But again, like I
Right.
said, how are you?
Oh, oof. That's a very loaded question, man. I mean, okay, sige. quick sharing na lang din before answering or as I answer the how are yous natin this week. First of all, happy third launch anniversary to Radyo Katipunan.
Yeah.
Kalimutan natin batiin ang ating mga sarili. So I guess it's also our third anniversary year. Oh, pwede na rin siguro. Yeah. Bilis. My God. Can you imagine? Okay. I mean,
It's
yes.
been such a weird kind of ride, I think, to to have been journeying with the station for since its inception.
Yeah.
Parang it's so strange. Such a strange experience, I think.
Ang dami nating experiment
Correct. My
stages.
God. Yeah.
Na pinagdaanan, nakakatawa. But yeah, we're still here and thank you Radyo Katipunan, Jesuit Communications,
Amen.
lahat ng bumubuo and the growing family of RK. So ang dami na dadagdagan tayo. And yan, speaking of growing family, one thing that kept me busy last week, kahit wala tayong show, and this week, especially early this week, is the launch of Father J. Boy Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah.
The Hugot Hour. So
Yeah.
it's a new show along with the celebration of our third anniversary as a station, or the launch of our station. So parang yun. Sabi ko, sige, i-push na natin to, ganyan. Ano naman to kumbaga parang it's part of our ministry also to to help out our Radyo Katipunan and of course our father/brother Jesuits. So yun, it was fun. I'm guessing hindi ka nanood, Patrick, but it was fun.
Joke lang.
I know you're super busy.
Yeah.
But we are gonna tap you for an episode sometime whenever. I don't know pa.
Sige
I
lang.
don't know.
Sabihan niyo lang ako
whenever.
1 month in advance.
Feel ko 1 month in advance. So Patrick, October. Sinabi na bigla.
Game.
October. Because it's mental health month.
That is
October.
true. Yeah,
So parang, it'll be super, magulo siya. Anyway, so congratulations, Father J-Boy. And then, thank you to our guests. Tsaka, actually, may mga volunteers na. So we called for volunteers kasi. So we had that. And then, tapos ang daming ganap. Yun, actually, yun yung pinubuo natin. And then, a lot of, I won't share na lang kung ano yung mga yun, but I have a lot of writing projects recently.
Nice.
So, share ko ba yun last week? I forget.
No, you did not.
No, I did not.
No.
Okay, I have a lot of writing projects now, which I enjoy. Yun nga lang, it's very it's very challenging siguro sa akin because whenever I write, and I'm sure yung mga nagsusulat din naman dito can probably relate. Yung may conditioning muna bago ka makasulat.
You have to get yourself into the groove of things, really.
I cannot. Parang, yun, di ba, we talked about Soul, the animated film, and then we talked about being in that trance, in the zone, ganyan. Yeah. So, it was parang kind of challenging for me to get in the zone na parang just like that. Ang dami kong seremonyas, my God.
Yeah.
And these are multiple projects. So parang the past how many weeks I've been dedicating my weekends for writing. For those of you who follow me on social media, konti lang naman. Yeah, ganyan. Meron akong may mga post talaga ako na parang, okay, parang this is going to be a thing. Like my weekends would be dedicated for writing. But yeah, anyway. So it's something that we enjoy din naman doing. But yun lang, I think the challenge is you're getting in the zone.
Yeah.
But
you're doing a lot again. Is what all I'm hearing is I'm doing so much again. Pero okay lang.
Yeah.
That's
then,
you.
Marami rin akong naluto, actually. Not for myself, like for other people because I don't eat meat. And then I cook like mga chicken recipes na hindi ko naman nakakain.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy cooking. So, it's fine. And then I think my mom, sabi niya kasi manunood daw siya. So hi, Mom. Ganyan.
Oh, hi, tita.
Dami yung bilang ni Mami. And siguro panguna before I go to you, hello Miss Jen, hello Luis, hello Erwin. Nagdala na ako sa comment section. Anyway, super daldal ko na bago mo pa ako pagalitan. How are you? We are kind of aligned today. Is that dark
We
blue? Are
are.
you wearing dark
It's
blue?
blue. Yeah, I'm wearing
Amazing.
blue with white stripes, and you are wearing blue with white dots.
Dots.
Correct. Okay. Yeah.
How about you?
Okay, I'm good. I have been. The last time we had an episode, I was still kind of feeling under the weather on that
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
But I have vastly improved since then, and it's been really good. So I'm able to eat sweets again because I've had to abstain from it for a while. Yun talaga. That's the celebration, really. No, I'm a joke. I've also really embraced the long hair. I think it's not at the point yet na maganda siya or anything, pero inisip ko na lang na parang yawa na mag-effort, go in by myself. Bahala na.
Wait,
tingnan mo.
how
And
long
so
is
I'm
your hair now? Gano'n siya ka-long? It's not super long naman.
It used to be
Nakakainis
short.
naman.
I mean, like, you know what my hair used to be like, and
Yeah, but it's not.
it used to be also the sides kasi were the always like cleanly
Yeah.
like trimmed and everything. But it's
Okay.
longer now. So parang binabalikan ko yung ano ba? Hindi siya high school days kasi weird din yung buhok ko no high school. Basta, inisip ko na lang na in-embrace ko na to.
Send me a
Kamukha ko-
picture of your high school picture with
Wag
your
na.
long.
Wag na. College na lang pala. Joke lang.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, apart from
Mm.
that, settling into the move also pretty good or pretty well.
That's good.
Kind of we figured out sort of like a dynamic or a groove na din on how to, because we don't have household help. We never had household help. So, you know, we're cycling everything and everything's just coming along pretty nicely. So,
Okay.
I think August started out pretty weird, but it's rounding out to be pretty okay, and so I'm really happy about that.
That's nice. That's
I'm
good.
I'm
happy.
I'm aware though, or I'm mindful that today actually it was today is the start of classes for our Ateneo College students. So in light of that, nakita niyo naman
Yes.
siguro yung caption or yung title ng episode today. But today is another episode of Life Lessons from Strangers. So we haven't had this this format, in a
More than a month.
More than a month, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just a refresher. So Life Lessons from Strangers is a type of is an episode format of MindEd where we take in calls from, or we have guests that we don't know personally, that we ourselves have not reached out to, but the effort is, or the motivation is to learn as much as we can from the people that come in, and gain as much insights about life, or about their contexts, and see how those things kind of apply into our own contexts as well. And so how do you usually start this off? Caller.
Hello, stranger.
Hello, stranger.
Are you there?
Are you there? Hello.
Knock, knock. Hello.
Knock.
Oh, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Okay, so just to be, and then she's not appearing naman on the screen, but I guess your pseudonym, stranger, is Agatha. So do we
Yes.
just refer to you as Aggie or Agatha?
Agi would be okay po.
Aggie.
Okay.
Huwag mo akong ipo. Alam kong estudyante ka, pero hindi tayo ganun, hindi ako ganun katanda.
Okay lang yun. Okay lang.
Si B, pwede mo akong ipo. Ako hindi.
No.
Joke lang. Huwag mo na din
Hi,
ipo si B.
Aggie. No.
Hello.
But
Yeah.
hi, Aggie. Welcome.
Welcome to the
to the show.
Thank you,
So,
thank
sige,
you po.
Before, ayun na naman yung sige, joke lang. Sige, before we get to your life lesson for us, we just want to ask, how are you doing so far?
So far I'm doing okay. Today it's been a productive day po. Like, because it's already the start of my classes. Parang nakaka
Okay.
1 month na rin po kami, and ayun. So nagiging productive din talaga. ayun, I've been taking naps din kapag parang breaks, ganun, kasi hindi naman pwedeng tuloy-tuloy. So, ayun, it's nakaka-stress na rin, but ayun, especially we're in a pandemic, online setting, we all need to adjust. So, ayun po. But in general, I'm doing okay.
Thanks, Aggie. Okay. Effort tayo konti na bawas-bawasan yung po. Medyo
Grabe siya.
Okay, itatry ko.
Nakaka-age eh. Dahil joke lang. Okay lang. No, it's interesting that you bring up, and a lot of the people that I work with, or hindi man a lot, but there's a number of people that I work with that are students, and pretty much they are saying that navigating the online learning spaces is really really difficult, and I can super valid na nasa-stress ka. I mean, I'm imagining na parang if I were still in school, or if I were doing my master's and I was doing it purely online, I don't know. Diba? Sige. Well, I'm not expecting that the life lesson that you have for us today is school related, but if it is, then it kind of ties in. But sige, what's your life lesson for us? Like if you had one thing, one tip, one piece of advice that you think if people knew, it would set them up in a better path to navigate life, what would that life lesson be?
Siguro yung magiging life lesson na pwede kong i-share, especially to fellow students like me, is that someone else's success is not our failure. Sobrang big deal sa akin nung lesson na yon, because growing up, parang masyado kong pinipressure yung sarili ko. It's like, I need to be as good as them, as good as everyone. Like, I feel left behind whenever lahat sila nasa top, tapos ako hindi maka-keep up, ganyan.
Yeah.
So, yes, I think it's important that we go at our own pace, kasi hindi naman tayo same ng pinagdadaanan. We're not living in the same atmosphere, iba-iba tayo ng ganap sa bahay.
Yeah.
So, ayun, I think hindi porket may mas lamang sa'yo, may mas marunong sa'yo, ay wala ka ng sariling galing. Like, we have our own skills, we have our own weaknesses.
Oh, man.
So, wag tayo magpadala sa pressure. Kasi, isipin natin, we already have our internal pressure. We have pressure from our family. Then, ito pa tayo nagsiset ng, yung mga ibang tao nagsiset ng expectations sa atin. So, parang we live to that. Pero, hindi naman kailangan. Kasi, tayo pa rin nakakaalam kung paano tayo gagalaw, kung kailan. And, ayun, I think, it's really important na may nabasa ako dati na even when you're in an intense program like medicine, law, psychology, like any programs, it's important na huwag kalimutang kumain, matulog, mag-exercise, make time for yourself. Kasi if you don't love yourself, like how would you participate actively in classes? How would you get good grades? So it all starts within yourself. And I'm a big advocate of mental health. So I know that na parang ito, especially this pandemic, nagra-rise, di ba, yung anxiety levels natin. There's a decline in socialization. Nasanay tayo na we're with our friends. We de-stress together. Pero now, saan tayo pupunta? Sa kwarto natin. Doon lang tayo. Parang, di ba, it's hard na parang naka-close lang tayo dito sa bahay. So, ayun, so far, that's one of the advices that I would give, especially to freshmen like me. Ayun po.
Oh, you're a freshman. Oh.
Yes, I'm a
Unveiling.
first year college. I study, I'm a Bachelor of Science major in psychology po.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
So, dami nating identifying details nga. So, first year, BS Psych.
I'm sorry, I think ang dami ko nasabi.
Okay lang yun. Di pa rin
Nice.
namin kilala.
Okay.
Di na din kami college eh. Hindi man halata, pero hindi na kami college.
Pero wag niyo po kami ipo.
Okay.
No, absolutely true, I think. And a lot of people really struggle with, students, adults alike really struggle with the whole anxiety around comparing themselves to other people, because I don't know, but I don't know if you feel this way, Aggie, pero a lot of it has got to do with how much or how exposed people are to the
Yeah.
accomplishments or the achievements of others. Dami na nating alam about everybody's wins because everybody flexes their wins. Nobody flexes their losses, right?
Yes,
Of
yes.
course. Yeah.
So it presents this image to us na parang subconsciously, of course, that why is everybody's life so good, but mine, I am dealing with my own stuff. Why does everybody seem to be like kicking school in the butt where it's hard for me to even like bring myself to class, or I get it.
Yes.
San si Father J-Boy? Hugot R din to ah. No, but I feel, and
Extension.
with all of the life lessons, or with all of the strangers that come by our show and give us all of their wisdom, the question is always, where does this come from? I mean, it's good. It's absolutely parang life change. It could be potentially life changing for a lot of people. But was this something that you've always believed in ever since you were born, or ever since you were a kid? Or was this something that you struggled with too when you were younger, or when you were in high school, grade school, or wherever?
Yes, it was something that I struggled when I was in junior high, especially, no, actually senior high,
Okay.
because like um one time I received a really low grade, like I don't know if it's passing nga parang as in sobrang baba na dun po. Actually mahirap talaga yung subject na yon, and ever since hindi talaga ako nag-excel sa subject na yon. Pero hindi ko ina-expect na alam mo yun, babagsak ka, tapos the rest of the class pasado, ikaw need mong mag-intervention. And it's like really parang kahit sabihin ng ibang tao na okay lang yan, bawi ka na lang. Iba pa rin parang hindi mo naman siya agad mawawala sa isipan mo na I could have done better. Bakit ganito yung grade ko? Bakit di man lang line of 8? Ganon. So parang, diba? So, it's really hard na parang na-compare ko talaga. Parang feel ko wala na akong pag-asa. Feel ko, yun na yun. That's the end. Like, makabawi ako pero it would always stay within me na may time sa buhay ko na bumagsak ako. It's not even senior high. It's not senior high only. Parang may episodes din ng junior high, ganyan. So, ayun po. So, natutunan ko rin doon na it's okay to fail. It's okay. It's not the end. I mean, siguro nagsiset kasi tayo ng expectations sa sarili natin because when we were younger, we were really excellent. Like, straight A sa school, laging top sa class. So, ayun. So, ako kasi, I was known to be a responsible student leader. So, parang nakaka-pressure when people look up to you, di ba? Parang, hala, ganito yung tingin nila sa akin. Paano pag nalaman nilang bumagsak ako, edi parang, ano na yung tingin nila sa akin, ganyan, hindi na ako magaling, ganon. So, ayun, I really strived hard para mabawi yung grade na yon. And it did work. I was one of the top in that subject, and I even graduated with flying colors. Diba? So parang it was really nice sa feeling. And ayun, natuto rin ako na along the way, mahirap hindi ikumpara yung sarili natin sa iba. Pero I think kailangan nating matutunan yun. Kasi diba, hindi naman tayo same with other people. I excel at English, you excel at science, you don't excel in English, parang ganon, diba? Vice versa.
Sure.
And wag tayo mahiyang mag-reach out and ask for help, because asking for help is not a sign of weakness.
Amen.
It actually means that you are strong. Kasi di ba parang it is one of the hardest things for most people to do, kasi feel nila kapag nag-ask ka for help, hindi ka na magaling, parang ganon. So ibig sabihin lang nun, mas open ka and you're willing to learn. Kasi we are all human beings. We make mistakes, we commit mistakes, pero we always try our best to learn. And hindi naman natin kontrolado buhay natin. Diba? No man is an island na. You can figure out everything by yourself. That's why we have our family, our friends, our classmates. our
Yeah.
teachers. Ayun, that's all.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
I was just wondering, no, parang, because I'm hearing now that your ano ba, perspective of what success is studies. Yun nga, congratulations, by the way, for passing with flying colors.
Thank you po.
Hindi
You
lang
deserve it.
passing,
You work for
Graduating.
graduating,
Oo.
sir.
Ikaw
Graduating
naman,
with sorry po. Ayan. My turn to say po. Anyhow, so yes. So yeah, congratulations. And you not only deserve it, but you really worked hard for it. So apart from, studies, and then you mentioned expectations, parang just wondering, doon ba sa, okay, let's call it the hugot, no? Doon ba sa hugot ng life lesson that you're sharing with us today, is there like a particular expectation, or were there particular expectations from you set by yourself or like people around you outside of the academe or school life? Yun.
I think meron pa rin, like,
Mhm.
syempre as like a daughter, a friend, hindi lang as a student parang syempre in-expect rin na mag-work ka sa bahay, ganon. Tapos kapag kunyari may problem yung friend mo, parang syempre friend ka, so parang need mong damayan, ganon. Tapos hindi lang din po school yung ginagawa ko, like I have church works also, I have volunteer programs. So parang ang dami, parang kung iisipin mo, ang hirap pagsabay-sabayin. So parang ang ina-expect ng mga tao sa akin is I can really balance things well, na parang kahit anong ibigay na task sa akin, magagawa ko. Pero 'di ba, there are still times na I would break down, I would stress out over the simplest things kasi hindi ko na talaga alam yung gagawin. So ayun, nagse-set din po ako ng expectations sa sarili ko na I really need to do this because these are what people are expecting from me. Pero na-realize ko hindi naman dapat laging ganun. Like, 'di ba, you go at your own way and it's okay to say no. If hindi mo kaya, it's okay to say no. 'Di ba, kasi parang iniisip natin pag humindi tayo is, 'di ba, ano na yung ititingin sa atin ng ibang tao. Pero
Yeah.
hindi, it's not always about what people think of you, 'di ba? It's what you think
Yeah.
about yourself.
Yeah.
And may adapt din po dun sa sinabi ko kanina, dun sa success part of studies, ganun. Yung experience ko rin dun sa not someone else's success is your failure is about sa mental health mismo. There are times na, ayun, I would really have anxiety attacks. I would like not sleep or eat for days kasi sobrang, alam mo yun, na-overwhelm na sa lahat ng pressure, not only academics, personal stress, family, friends. Kasi yun, tapos makikita ko yung ibang tao ang saya-saya, parang ganun, parang iniisip ko, ba't ganito yung situation ko now, ganun. So, parang sila successful. Ako parang nandun sa phase na nasa baba ako. Pero, yun, it's okay kasi lahat naman tayo dumadaan sa phase na ganun. Like, I'm not alone. Hindi lang ako yung, sa moment na yun, hindi lang naman ako yung nakakaramdam ng ganun eh. I may not know it, pero some of my friends may experience the same thing with me na hindi lang nila sinasabi. So, ayun po. It doesn't mean that they're happy, then you're not okay right now. Is forever na ganun yung phase mo. Kasi may chance ka talagang bumawi. Like, as long as gusto mo, as long as may will ka, ayun, may chance ka pa rin bumawi. Like, every time, every day, it's always an accomplishment. Yung bumangon ka pa lang sa kama mo, accomplishment na yun eh. Like, getting off a dark mental phase is really hard. So, dapat maging proud tayo sa mga sarili natin. Let's tell our friends that we're proud of them, di ba? It's the simple things that matter, so that we should be grateful for that. Ayun po.
Yes.
Laman-laman. Sobrang dami yung laman.
Ang dami nga eh.
Open book.
Pero B,
I was about to
saktong-sakto yung
say.
episode na to para sa'yo. Joke lang.
Lol, kaya inom ka muna ng tubig. Baka gusto mo magkape. Exit ka muna. No. You know, it's actually refreshing because anong tawag dito? Yun nga sobrang laman. Malaman yung sinasabi niya. And these are the points that we are also advocating here in our show and
Exactly.
in our personal lives on the
Gusto
side.
mag-sub,
Ganyan.
mag-host minsan. Pwede ako mag...
Ay, bakit ikaw excuse you. But yun nga how I'm hearing Aggie now and how her ideals and her sharing nga are very much aligned with our show almost makes me feel proud. Ay, hindi ko siya kilala parang, I'm so proud of you and I'm so, alam mo yun, I mean, you should feel proud of yourself.
Yeah.
And that you are able to like share so much ano ba, let's just call it wisdom, ganyan,
Yeah.
and sharing. And at your young age, and you already have that type of perspective, it's really like something that we admire. Especially, I guess, ngayon na parang the age, parang height ng social media, mga post kaya napaka-Patrick. I mean, you mentioned about, we know about everybody's business nowadays. Just go to one platform and it's an open book for everybody.
That's
But
right.
those are filtered. And I think that's the thing that we have to remember, na parang these are filtered. So yeah, I totally agree with Aggie na huwag masyadong, huwag masyadong maapektuhan. So again, don't compare. So, ang dami. Grabe, dapat nag-notes tayo, Patrick.
Si James
Hindi ko alam kung saan
nag-notes
ako
siya.
huhugot. Ito si
Maraming
James,
notes si James.
may napaka-active ng ating Arjun ngayon ng ating
Yung
lower
banner.
third. So, thank you, James, kahit na may masamang bala ka kanina.
Wala naman. No, and I think one of the things that I'm curious about, B, is so you and I have done so many talks with adults about how to deal with or how to manage the younger generations, whether it's us millennials, because we are millennials, or the Gen Z, and it's they feel like, or they think that it's apparent that these anxiety issues, these perfectionism issues are only ever really prevalent amongst the younger generations. But the truth is, I think, or if it's not the truth, what I'm curious about is this something that you feel like you experienced when you were younger, when you were school aged also, B, which was only like 2 years ago or 3 years ago? I know. No, was it a thing for you? Was anxiety, performance anxiety, perfectionism also a thing for you when you were in school?
Isip ko tuloy. Wala ata akong pakialam. Basta parang, kahit naman ganyan, parang, masaya naman ako, gagawin ko siya, di ba? Pansin mo naman,
Yeah.
I'm doing this, but it's fun. Lagi naman akong ganun.
Yeah.
So parang, hindi ako, nisip ko kasi tuloy, kung competitive ba ako before. Siguro, but I do it with, I do it with so much, enthusiasm, I guess. Kasi parang, especially if it's something that excites you.
Yeah.
Hindi masyado O parang, ang bottom line is parang wala at akong pakialam.
Yeah. In all of my talks with my parents, with my parents, in all of my talks with parents, parang the theme is common. It's always parang why are our kids so competitive? Why are our kids so hard on themselves? And honestly, it's never not been a thing. It's not just Aggie, you're Gen Z,
Yes,
we acknowledge
Gen Z
that.
na siya,
but like it's not just a thing with Gen Z, it's not just a thing with millennials. Maybe it's more so a thing with us or with the younger generations, but it's not a thing. Because I mean, if I think about it, or if you think about it, like evolutionarily, competition has always been a thing. It's how we figure out how we fit into the greater or into the grander scheme of things or into our communities. Like,
Mm-mm.
yun yung tanong parate, di ba? Especially in the political environment. Ano ambag mo? Because it actually matters. It's that the term that I researched was called neoliberal meritocracy. Parang that mindset that I have to contribute and that I have to achieve in order to belong. For the most part, that's a survival thing. That's like a survival instinct, but it's a survival instinct that I think has gone haywire. Because tama si Agi eh. You don't the way that other people are able to contribute, the way that other people are able to achieve or create success in their lives doesn't necessarily have any impact on yourself. We all have different strengths. And one of the questions I think that I had earlier was, is this a flaw of is this a systematic flaw? Or is it because of maybe, and this is kind of going a little bit anarchic, even anarchic, but maybe a little controversial, but is this a system thing, like a school system thing? The school kind of force us into boxes that it's all about academics, and that PE or physical intelligence is just an elective. That all that matters really is science and language and but things like art and performance are nice to have, leisure hobbies. Aggie, B,
Yes,
what do you
hi.
think?
Sige, si Aggie muna. Kasi she's the one experiencing it now.
Oo eh.
Oo.
Wait, I think
The-
the
yeah.
connection got a little bit laggy. What was the...
Okay. Take 2.
Yeah,
Take
main
twos,
point na lang po, our
Yeah.
question.
Now the main point is like, do you feel like it's society that kind of forces us into boxes that parang we have to achieve only in, or the only achievements that are worthwhile are achievements in what other people think are actual achievements, like achievements in business, in science, in language, but things like art or music or physical strength are just nice to have, hobbies lang.
Yes, I think, agree po doon na parang society sets their expectations, their own definition of success. Na parang, okay, pag ganito ka, kapag lawyer ka, that means you're successful. But if ganito lang trabaho mo, you're less successful, hindi ka naman aangat sa buhay. So like, alam niyo yun, parang nada-downgrade po yung mga other jobs, other, like arts, di ba? Parang, today, sinasabi nila na para saan ba ang art? Hindi naman need ang art. Ang dali-dali, pag-drawing mo lang ako. Di ba parang ganon? Pero they don't realize the real meaning of art na mas deeper pa. Kasi parang may sinishare na, kunyari sa abstract painting, pag alam mo yun, pag mababaw lang yung isip mo, hindi abstract painting lang yan, dumi lang yan. Like, ano yan, tinapunan mo lang ba ng paint? Pero when you look at a different perspective, pero like, if nilaliman mo yung isip mo, when you're more open, mas nakikita mo yung real meaning. Ang funny pa nung tinapunan ng paint.
Ang sakit nung dumi lang yan. Parang, oh my gosh. Dali lang, may feelings din po yung...
Sorry.
No, but no, I get that. I get where you're coming from. I know naman that that's not your
because
perspective.
it's reality po eh. Like,
Yeah.
actually, there are people talaga in our society.
Nasabihan ka na ba
ganon.
niyan?
Hindi, but I know people. May mga artsy friends po ako na yun, nababaliwala yung hirap and effort nila.
Yeah.
So, ayun, siguro, for people today, sana, di ba, huwag silang mag-stick lang doon. Na parang, okay, pag ganito ka, mataas ka. Pag ganito ka lang, mababa. Kasi kahit ano pa yan, actually, kahit kunyari, nag-apply ka for job interviews, tas di ka natanggap, parang success na rin yun eh. Because the matter that you tried, fact that you tried, that's the most important thing. And it's always progress. You don't get, parang hindi siya lahat sa first try. Parang, you don't get it perfectly at the first try. You try and try. Di ba parang, it may sound cliche, it may sound parang common na, but try and try until you succeed is actually true. And talagang, pag nag-sink in yun sa'yo, mas mafe-feel mo na, totoo nga, mag-try ako and try. 'Di ba? Kasi may times talaga sa buhay na magfe-fail ka eh. Parang inevitable na yun eh. Parang ano yun, hindi ka na human if never kang nag-commit ng mistake, hindi ka
Yeah.
nag-fail. So, ayun. And basta wag na lang tayo magpadala sa sinasabi ng ibang tao kasi mas kilala natin yung sarili natin. We know where we are good at. We know kung saan tayo need pa mag-excel. So, ayun. I know it's hard kasi parang nowadays, especially social media, 'di ba? Nakaasa ka na lang sa sinasabi ng ibang tao sa'yo. So, yun na lang. Doon na lang iikot yung mundo mo. Nalilimutan
Yeah.
mo yung own perspective mo, yung thoughts mo. So, ayun. Ayun po.
Hearing your own voice is actually
Yes.
something that we most often kumbaga, lack because I
Yeah.
think we live in a very noisy world. Pero
Yeah.
like, sino nakikinig? Naririnig mo bang sarili mo? I think it's like a question for all. Yes, kausap ko yung sarili ko din.
Masaya ka ba talaga? Parang ganon? Are you really okay with what's happening? Diba? Parang, ayun.
I like what you said about, it's human to make mistakes. Kasi diba, I think it was Alexander Pope who said, diba, to err is human, but to forgive is the divine. And to forgive is divine. And the thing is, like, it's not just about forgiving others that is divine, but it's also about forgiving yourself. That is that there is divinity there. Pero sige, less about that. Be ikaw, insight on the whole, like, being boxed in kind of thing.
Actually, sinabi ko na yung thoughts ko kanina about like all of the noise that we have now. It's sometimes they have the feeling of drowning.
Yeah.
And overload. And alam mo yun, okay, it's not only in theory, like literally go to one platform sa social media, ang ingay visually. Maingay siya visually. Kaya I guess anyway, sorry. I'm losing my point. Sa sobrang dami, nalunod na rin sa sarili. Diba? But yeah, anyway, sorry, I was stuck with the question kasi I'm just wondering, ang dami kasing quotable quotes ni Aggie. And hindi na James, kaya pa ba nakaka-catch up pa ba tayo sa mga sinasabi niya? Pero I'm just wondering na parang was there like specific or a certain point in your life or your experience that made you decide na parang or made you turn, I guess, or kausapin yung sarili mo na okay, this is a good perspective that I should hold on to.
What was your pivotal moment? Because you said yourself that this was something that you struggled with yourself in junior high and in senior high. But what was your turning point? What was
Like,
that moment that you said?
Paano na-change po yung perspective ko sa life?
Yeah.
Actually, ayoko siyang akuin lang sa sarili ko because ang laking factor na na-play ng friends ko. Like, it's really important when you're in the right set of people. Alam mo yon, alam mong tutulungan ka eh. Kasi hindi naman natin alam lahat. 'Di ba? Kaya nga, hindi naman tayo know it all na alam natin kung anong gagawin natin pag ganitong situation. Kaya nga, na-mention ko po kanina na it's really okay to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. So, ayun, siguro, turning point ko when I was in senior high, ayun, there are like ang daming happenings, maybe 2019, na about sa sarili ko rin. Like, I remember I didn't attend classes for a week or two because I was really struggling with my mental health. And parang na-realize ko doon na parang hindi to pwede. Hindi pwedeng ma-stuck ako sa phase na to eh. Hindi naman to pwedeng forever. Ganito na lang ako. Like, I know my feelings are valid. Like, I know it's okay to be in that phase. Pero ang mali is like, mag-stick ka lang doon sa phase na yun. Kasi importante babangon ka uli. So, ayun, with the help of my friends, doon ko na realize talaga na ngayon na need mo ring bumawi sa sarili mo kasi sarili mo yan eh, 'di ba? Like, you should love yourself. how would you give love to others if sarili mo ubos ka na, 'di ba?
Yeah.
I still have dreams. Marami akong pangarap sa buhay. So why would I like stop there? Why would I, 'di ba, think negatively all throughout? So ayun. And basta it's really helpful when you're in the right set of people, especially when your family is also supportive. So ayun, hindi natin dapat binubuhat lahat. Hindi natin buhat ang
Yeah.
mundo. Hindi natin kayang kargahin yung buong mundo. Kaya, yun, one step at a time, take things slowly. I know it's overwhelming, sobrang daming ganap, like ACADS. Pero, nagsistruggle ka sa mental health mo. May problems sa friends, family, other stuff. Pero, it's okay to rest. And isa-isahin lang, himay-himayin mo lang. So, ayun, basta don't be afraid to ask for help. You're not weak for that. Like, you're a strong person yun. So, I commend those people who are not afraid to ask for help. Yun po yung ini-improve ko sa akin eh. Because I'm one of those people na takot mag-ask for help. Alam po yun ng friends ko. Usually, pag may problem ako, I keep it to myself. Diba? Kasi, usually, gusto natin sa sarili lang kasi feel natin ma-invalidate yung feelings natin or di naman tayo matutulungan. Pero it's okay to open up, 'di ba, from time to time sa friends natin, sa family. Kasi malay mo maintindihan ka rin nila and sila pala yung makatulong sa'yo para mas ma-improve lahat ng mga nasa paligid mo. That's all po.
Yeah.
Yeah, amen to that.
Amen.
Ayan.
Thank you.
Alam mo, grabe ang dami, nagpa-flood yung comment section natin ng mga people who are agreeing to every single thing that you were saying.
Oh,
But
my.
I guess I just want to add din yung sa yung what you were saying na parang it's really one thing to admit to yourself that hey, I need help. And then it's one thing to give love kasi you're in the church work also, so parang you're in the ministry of service is not really new to you, but it's another thing also to learn how to accept love from others. And sometimes we forget na parang, hey, hindi lang tayo bigay ng bigay or we're not alone in this. We have like a support system around us who are very much willing to give us help. And yeah, okay, sige. Continue mo lang yan, girl.
It's also a give and take po. Give and take process. Hindi ka laging dapat nagte-take, diba? Dapat you're also giving. Ayun.
Right.
And it's always better together. Like, diba? Parang may times na mas okay na mag-isa. Pero dapat marunong din tayong mag-work as a team, diba? Like, ayun, parang basta, actually my mom said that I learned this from my mom na, or like from an African proverb, if you want to be fast, go alone. But if you want to go further, go together. So, ayun, diba?
May pinagmalahan pala to siya. Shout out to your mom.
Shout out to the mama.
Okay,
Daming learning.
Patrick, tatameme ka bigla. What are your thoughts on this?
Wala. I mean, for somebody, sabi din sa comments, diba? Parang such an erudite lady, such an erudite young lady. Very erudite for such a young age. Totoo eh. Kasi parang these are things that at a certain point I wish I knew when I was younger. But definitely these are points that I wish all students knew. Students in high school, in grade school, in
young people
in general.
Yeah.
The youths need to know this. But yeah, definitely. And it's just, kudos to your mom.
Yeah, and your support system.
And your support
my
system,
friend.
definitely.
Your friends, oo. Hinga tayo.
And see, I think that's the best thing really, is that to acknowledge the fact that this is a lot of the time the things that really change you, or the things that, create the biggest, most meaningful impacts in your life. They don't really just come from you. They do maybe spark or initiate from inside of you, but it takes a village, I guess, to
Mhm.
raise a child. I guess that's the most applicable like metaphor slash saying in this thing is that you don't have to go at it alone.
Yeah.
And the most sustainable changes are the ones that are affirmed or that can be affirmed by other people, especially the people who you love and the people who love
Mm.
you. So
Yeah.
Yes.
power. Nice. Okay. That doesn't make things less stressful. I mean, that doesn't make
Yeah,
school
it's
not
Yeah.
not.
stressful at all.
Uh-huh.
It just makes it a lot easier to navigate.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
yes.
I have a question. Sige, so like the things that you're sharing now, they're all profound and very positive and whatnot, and I commend you for that one. Pero nahuhuli mo ba yung sarili mo na minsan na off track ka? Na and then how do you reel yourself back in? Paano mo nire-remind yung sarili mo na parang, okay, kailangan dito tayo sa perspective na to. Yan.
Mm.
How do
Yeah,
you
there
do it?
are a lot of times actually na na-off track ako. Na parang nagugulat na ako na nasasabi ko tong mga to. Like, gulat talaga ako na, wow, lumalabas na sa bibig ko. Parang kahapon lang, walang-wala ako sa mundong to. So, ayun, kakagulat talaga. Pero actually, when I'm off track, I take time to rest. Kasi the reason why I'm going off track is kasi na-overwhelm na po ako sa dami ng gawain. 'Di ba? Parang gano'n naman tayo pag na-overwhelm, feel natin sabay-sabay like puno yung schedule mo, wala ka ng time sa sarili mo. And
Yeah.
ayun, yun yung nakakalimutan ng mga tao, hindi lang students, but syempre adults then those who work na tuloy-tuloy trabaho nila, they forget to breathe, they forget to drink water. So, yun nga, yung parang the simplest things matter most. Parang, yun, if you want to go back on track, rest. Idlip ka kahit 2 hours lang, 1 hour, just to get your mind off of things na nakaka-stress. Watch a movie, read a book, kahit hindi na siya related sa ginagawa mo. Like, kahit feel mo walang time, there's always a time if you would make it. Parang, kunwari, punong-puno po yung schedule mo, pero wala ka ng time to rest, ganyan. Pero, kung gugustuhin mo magpahinga, gugustuhin mong mag-rest, you would always make time for it. Kasi, paano ka, kunyari, mag-aaral ka, pero yung isip mo, gulong-gulo na. So, it's better to rest. It's better to eat first, to drink water, to sleep, para pagising mo, kahit hindi ka pa fully okay, at least nabawasan yung stress kasi naitulog mo na lang. So, ayun, I think it's not the best advice really. It doesn't work for all people. Pero, yeah, that's how I go. So, baka may ibang maka-relate na masyado na silang feel nila burden sila pag nagpahinga sila. Pero it's not. You will never be a burden for resting. Like, take your time. Go at your own pace. Walk at your own path. So, ayun. Take time to rest.
Yeah.
Yun po.
Beautiful.
I like what she said na,
Thank you. And sige, B, ikaw muna.
ay, sorry. Sorry, I like what she said na, take your own pace, make your own pace. Ano ba sabi niya? Oh, senior moment. but like, yeah, we do have our
Dapat
own.
siyang pinopo Siya yung pinopo.
I hate you. No. Yun. So parang, yeah, we all have our own pacing, I guess. And then we have to trust ourselves also and listen to ourselves. Na kung ito yung pacing mo, there's nothing wrong with it. And it really parang gives us like also time to alam mo yun, appreciate what we can do.
Yes.
And empower ourselves as well. Ganyan. So yun, anyway, sorry. I just had to air out my thoughts bago siya mawala.
No, I get that. I think honestly also it's with regard to the whole like forgiveness stuff. It's useful. I mean, Agi, I know naman na for you there's a lot of moments that you kind of slip up and forget the stuff that you are talking about today. But it's moments like this that you really do need to remind yourself of those things. You know, it's good to have those moments where, oh nga, no? Ito nga pala yung mga pinanindigan ko at pinaniniwalaan ko. So, it's good to remind yourself. But also, even better, it's good to forgive yourself. So, Yun lang. Balikan ko lang yung point about just learning to, be kind to yourself. And ultimately, all the things that you've talked about this past 50, only less pa nga, these past like 30 to 40 minutes, they're really all just about loving yourself. Loving yourself the way that you would love, or that you would allow your friends to love you, or that you would allow yourself to love a friend. It's really just about loving yourself. Self-compassion, which again is something that in this show we advocate very, very strongly. And so thank you for reinforcing our message.
Okay.
Di namin siya binayaran, guys.
Na-validate,
Talaga yan.
na-validate ka rin ba?
Oo eh. Mental health. Yeah.
And ayun, dagdag ko na yun, don't let other people abuse you. And yun, ganun din sa sarili mo. Don't let yourself abuse you. Kasi, di ba?
Father J-Boy, nasa ka?
Father J-Boy, may guest na tayo next week. Alright.
Sorry. Continue. Yeah, don't let other people abuse you. Okay.
Yeah, that's it po. Parang mainly, don't let other people abuse you. Know your worth. Diba? Know your value. Huwag ka magpatapak sa ibang tao just because of their own opinions of you. Like, they don't know you, diba? Parang, hindi mo naman ako nakakasama sa bahay. Hindi mo naman ako, diba, nakikita parate. And, ayun, don't believe what everything is told about you sa social media. Diba? I don't know if you also believe in this po, pero diba, social media is like really fake. Diba? Parang we only post the good things. They don't know the negative things na pinagdadaan natin. There's always a filter, diba? Sa lahat ng ginagawa natin may filter. So, ayun, don't believe everything that you see in social media. It's always the little things. Like, ayun, dito, sa family mo, it's always ganyan, parang take time, spend time with your family. Kasi, kilala ka nila eh, parang nakasama ka nila simula nung pinanganak ka sa mundong to. So, I think we should ask advice from them because they know you. Hindi ko naman sinasabi, they know better than you, syempre. Kasi parang, alam mo yon, marami na silang pinagdaanan. Pero, ayun, just always listen. Always, parang wag ka maging close na tao. Always open yourselves for new thoughts, for new opinions. Ayun, wag kang mag-settle lang. Always take time to learn. Always have the will to learn. Ayun. Ayun, spend time with the people you love most. Kasi sila lang din naman yung isa sa mga reasons why you're still here, di ba? Because you love them and they love you. So, ayun, just spend time with them because hindi mo alam, di ba, kailan yung last. Especially this pandemic, di ba, mas naging close and dito na sa bahay. So, in this na parang isarili mo lahat, bakit hindi mo i-take yung opportunity na nandyan sila? Like, watch a movie, eat together, ganyan. Diba kasi nung busy tayo sa face-to-face classes, we always go on our own way, nagdiretso kwarto, akads agad. So, ayun, let's be grateful for the little things. Kasi kung wala sila, wala rin naman tayo dito. Ayun.
Amen. Okay. James, nasulat mo ba lahat?
Wait, so, sa sobrang malaman nung episode natin, I feel like we need to honor that by, I think, I don't know, what is it, like doing an art card, if ever, kind of just listing down all of the lessons, if ever. Is that a possible thing? Can we do that? I mean that seriously.
LFS board or something.
Pwede.
Yeah.
No?
Sorry, because we have this Google board with Father J-Boy. So, I'm bringing the concept here with us.
Oo. Pwede no, para it's something.
Tayo lang naman eh.
From a social media marketing perspective.
Meron na tayong contribution sa RK 3rd anniversary. Just okay na yung assignment namin.
Perfect. Thank you.
Right. So,
okay.
Sige.
Yes, go be.
I wanted to say hi and acknowledge our very active people in the comment section. Okay, may pahabol si Miss Jen. AJ says, hi AJ.
Ang engagement ng episode natin today.
Correct. Les Mendiola is also watching. Hi, Les. I'll talk to you later. And then we also have Lester Limbo who says, agree. I'm guessing agreeing in all your points. Grabe from Pamela Sibayan. Si Maxine Sia is sending a white heart. Oh, si Idol Kirk is also watching. Hi, Kirk. And then, okay, ang haba na niya. Ano, Patrick, basa mo pa ba? But yeah, okay, sige. So we have also Nicolo, Alfonso Villaprudente, and then si Eva de Ocampo, Sandra Pasion. Sige, I'm sorry, I cannot read all of your comments, but I think like we're feeling all the love from the people in the comment section, including our producer, Justin. And yep, and Jea and Gias, ayan, humahabol pa. Okay, sige. Ang dami nangyayari. Again, Aggie, thank you so much for being here. Ang dami nating napulot. It's a great reminder, I think, for both me and Patrick. Validating also our show. Yep, and then not sure if Patrick is still with me. Man, are you still here? But sige, ngiti lang siya. Anyway,
I'm still
Aggie,
it's like freaking out.
Yes.
right. I can feel it. Aggie, siguro before, I mean, I know marami ka nang nasabi, but before we say goodbye, and you have to say goodbye with us later, but do you have any parting words for our viewers before we end the show?
It's okay to take a step back so we can see what the real problem is. Diba? Kasi malay mo, nasa sarili pala natin yung problema. Hindi natin nakikita kasi tuloy lang tayo ng tuloy. So, it's okay na to take a rest, step back for a while, bumawi ka na lang kung kailan kaya mo na. Don't listen to the negative things that people would say na makakapaghina ng loob mo. And ayun, for incoming freshmen din na, yun, galingan nyo, and yun, don't forget to love yourself because you matter the most, di ba? Yun, love yourself lang, always. That's all po.
Amen. And we would like to put that on hashtag self-love. Right. Thank you so much for sharing your lessons with us, Aggie.
Thank you rin.
Sa ngalan ni Patrick, who's I think stopping in and out. This is V. I am still a letter. This is MindEd, your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits. See you next week. Have a good Thursday evening and happy weekend. Bye.
Hi,
Sige,
guys.
James, cue out.
Let us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B, here on MindEd.
Sa'yo sumisilong kapag ang puso ko'y pagod.
Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights,